We watched Teen Alien, and that's all one word. And if you can't find that, you might want to look up the Varrow mission, because that's also what it's called. This movie.
Is that how you say it? I kept thinking Varro.
I said Varrow.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out which one's right.
Well, I just think if you take off the V and put an N, it would be narrow.
Would
So,
it? I can't spell.
or just drop the V altogether and it would be arrow.
Well, I just stopped using or saying the the letter that comes before M just entirely because I'm white, you see.
Okay. But you can always just call it Teen Alien and not fuck.
That has one of those letters in it too, though.
Mm-hmm. So, Teen Alien starts with a guy out in the backwoods, and he's making some shine, I guess. He's mixing the perfect shine for him. It's like, oh, shit needs some color, but wait a minute, something's going on. What's all this noise outside? Holy shit, Tom, there's a spaceship up in the air.
And you see like a little model house with the lights coming in back of it and a spaceship rising up. And I was thinking, man, if this didn't look like a shitty ass fourth generation VHS muddy piece of shit, that might look impressive. Or it'll look horrible because I'd actually be able to see what it looks like. And that was, I was thinking that a lot through this movie. I was just like, oh man, it seems like they're trying to do some stuff, but I can't really tell because of how muddy the copy of this movie is. But if I could see it, maybe it would look worse.
So anyway, I don't know how many years later, let's say 15 years later, same town, there's a group of kids from the local high school. And goddamn, Tom, do they really want to win the high school spook alley competition? They,
Which, let's talk about that for a second.
yeah.
Have you ever in your fucking life heard anybody call a haunted house a spook alley?
No, I've never heard this term before. I was so disconcerted by it, Tom, that I had to look it up on the old internet, and it's pretty common. It is a fucking common use thing. Like, let me look. Let me spook alley. Spook alley ideas. Utah. Let's see. Walk through the spook alley. How to make a spook alley. Images of spook alley.
I mean, it just sounds like it comes off like something a fucking old timey southern racist would say. Oh, now you can't go down there. That's a spook alley.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's how a lot of this movie comes off to begin with, right? So, yeah, so they want to make this spook alley. And one of the kids, he's a amateur mechanic that helped out a realtor. And the realtor says, hey, you can use the old fucking mill. And it's, oh man, that'd be perfect because they say that's haunted anyway. And oh man, that'll definitely win us the spook alley. Yes, it will definitely win you the spook alley. It will probably win us the spook alley. You're gonna win that spook alley for sure. I think we'll win the spook alley. That is how the dialogue goes in this movie. There's a lot of repetition.
That's because it's fucking the whole movie's 80 yard. Like, I don't know if they didn't record sound or they didn't record the people talking when they were there or if the audio was just so bad, but this is all 80 yard, probably not by the actors. So everything just comes off very fucking wooden.
It is, and like there is a character like, hey, I don't know if we should do that. You know, it's yeah, it's like yeah, the voices did not match the look of the actors, like you say. So yeah, for sure, whatever ADR means. I'm not a fucking filmmaking guy, you know. I'm not trying to fucking look like a badass like you are. But anyway, you know, there's a rival group in this town.
Let me ask you this before we get off of the mill.
Yeah,
Like, I know they say it's an old mill, but isn't it a mission? Isn't it an old mission? Isn't that like the Varro or Varrow mission?
looks like a mission, but they call it a mill, Tom.
But I'm trying to figure out where the name or the original name of this movie came from. Is the Varrow mission or Varro mission the mission the aliens went on?
I think the aliens are from Varrow.
Are they? Okay. I know they were from some place, but at that point, I was just like, "Shit."
I'm not gonna watch it again to let you know for sure, but that's what I'm guessing. Uh, but fuck, man, you just ruined the whole thing.
Well, I mean, it just looked like the fucking place off of the fucking tortilla packaging, so I just thought that was the Vero mission.
Hey,
But
and the,
yeah, there's another fucking group of teenagers who's just like, "Oh, these motherfuckers were able to get their hands on this actual haunted place. Oh, our spook alley's gonna be shit, so let's go fuck them up." And there's one real autistic fuck with him that, is the teen alien
he's the new
who
in town. That he's gonna help them, and
but this dude acts fucked.
he's very white.
Like, something's up with this guy. If, we didn't watch a copy of the movie called Teen Alien, you wouldn't know. But since we're watching a movie called Teen Alien, we're just like, oh, yeah, he's the teen alien. And that's not supposed to be fucking revealed for like 50 more minutes.
So our group of protagonists are good teens. They go and pick up the local retard to help them out, you know, and then they drive in the truck.
Which is fucked. Which is fucked. And they let him drive too,
He's the only one with a license, Tom.
which is fucked.
Yeah. So they go to the mill and they start setting up shop, you know. Well, they look around a little first, you know, and it's god damn, is it a creepy place, Tom? But it's the perfect place for a spook alley. And you know, they start fixing this and that, you know, and they start getting in their little spook alley costumes, you know, like a gorilla suit or a suit of armor, and then goddamn Tom, the hilarity fucking ensues. Like there's a scene where two of the characters get stuck, you know, going through a little passageway together. God damn, that shit never gets old, you know. Oh,
Yeah, so the movie is pretty much, the kids trying to make this fucking place as spooktacular as possible while the other group of kids try and fucking scare them away. But it turns out the fucking teen alien, this is his base of operation, and he has like a little laboratory in there, and who turns out he can make himself look like anybody he wants, which I'll give this movie credit for this. Like, there's this transmorpher machine or something, and, they had enough sense to say, hey, the alien has to be naked when he gets into this machine. He can't get on there with clothes and shit because that wouldn't work. So,
unless they had unstable molecules, which they didn't have them in this movie.
but so I'll give them that. Like, there's shit in this movie that's just like, yeah, I mean, they thought about that, and you know, they were trying to do this, but how is it so fucking incompetent? If they thought of this shit to make the fucking alien naked, how did they forget to press fucking record? Why didn't they think, hey, we might need a microphone on set?
So, I mean, I'm gonna ruin this movie for you guys. I'm sorry, because I know you all were just gonna rush out and watch it, but it turns out, yes, he's the teen alien has a fucking little lab in there, and his mission, from Varrow, I guess, is like they're gonna take over all the spook alleys and invade the earth. There's been teen aliens all over the place, and at the end of the movie, they all gather, and goddamn, we're fucked. Earth, we are fucked. Yeah, this movie, as Tom said, is very, very incompetent. It reminded. I thought maybe like a church youth group had made this movie, and I was expecting them to come and say some shit about Jesus at the end because it has that kind of feel to it. But no, it didn't end up that way. It's just, well, shit, this is just incompetence, for incompetence sake. I, but I had a good time watching it. I fucking laughed a lot because of the incompetence, because of, holy shit, that's bad. Holy shit, they thought this would be funny. And it is, but not because of how they thought it would be. Uh, yeah, I would recommend for like a party or a fucking, definitely bad movie night material with drugs and drinks and, whatever, gooning, you know.
Yeah, this is a movie like tailor made to talk shit through. Like, if you like just say, "What the fuck? What the fuck is are they fucking dumb? What the fuck's going on here? Do you see this shit? Yeah, I don't know either." This is like tailor made for that shit. I had a good time watching it. I was, entertained and just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? But yeah, it sucks. It sucks dick.
It really does suck, but
Like, it's fucking crazy that they had the sense to think, "No, the alien has to be naked to
no,
get into this thing, and then everything else is fucked."
there was definitely somebody smart on it, that was working there. Maybe one person, said, no, we got to do this. But nobody knows how to run a camera. Nobody knows how to fucking,
Act.
write anything.
Yeah, it's worth checking out. It's pretty spooktacular, but, it's more on the, "Oh, let's just get friends together and giggle" side. Yeah, it's fucking weird, and it sucks, but it's worth checking out. You might have to be like if you're not into bad movies,
Yeah.
maybe watch some other shit first.
Yeah.
Give it a couple years before you get to this one because it looks bad too.
Hmm.
So if you're not used to looking at shit, that'll probably turn you off. Because like I said, this is very muddy and there was a scene like there was a couple scenes, but if there's a scene that's broad daylight of a guy just outside doing yard work, I shouldn't say, "Is his house and sky a matte painting?" You know, the picture quality is very bad. And what was it? I don't know, it could've. Other stuff in the movie looked like a fucking matte painting, so
I'll say this. If you watch this podcast, watch this movie. You'll be all right with it.
I enjoyed it. But again, it sucked. And yeah, I can only recommend it for people who are into bad movies. Cuz if you're not, you might just think it sucks and not get it. Cuz it does suck. And yeah, it sucks.
Well, I don't think the people that made it intended to make a bad movie, and that's what's great about it. That's what's so funny and enjoyable from our point of view, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they shot on short ends, which if you don't know, it's like major companies, they they get like big reels of film and shoot with that. And if there's only like, a couple feet left on a reel, they're not going to do that. So they'll clip it off the people that they go and get their film, whatever the fuck they do, they'll chop off those short ends and then they'll just sell those short ends to people looking for. So if you looked, it's like, hey, why did that scene change color and look completely different? Like a split second ago, it looked completely different than it looks now.
So
It's like,
another reason why you independent filmmakers have it so easy now. You know, you didn't have to do that work what these motherfuckers had to do, or didn't have to spend as much money, Fuck, hey, we found some short ends. We got a real good deal on, but we need the money right now, you know. Ain't got time to make a campaign to raise this money. It's like, holy shit, we need to buy this now. We're never gonna get it.